This is Hidden Killers Year in Review, a look back at the biggest stories of 2025. This is Hidden Killers Live with Tony Bruschi, Stacey Cole, and Todd Michaels.
You know, for months, the big question has been how directly involved was Donna Adelson in the plot to kill Dan Markel? Was she just a manipulative mother sitting in the background, or was she the one steering the ship? Now, the testimony that we're about to go through doesn't leave much room for doubt. It's not another rumor or speculation or family drama, little dabble that you're hearing out there. This is sworn testimony from people who were inside the conspiracy. And it paints Donna not as a bystander, but as the hub of it all. We've got Catherine McBonna, the woman who connected the Adelsons to the killers, testifying that every time she and Charlie talked about the job, he'd step out, call his mother, and then come back and push even harder. We've got her saying the murder was supposed to bring Donna relief. We got her describing Charlie flat out admitting, my mom washed the money like in a washing machine.
I'm so sorry. Okay, I was doing laundry as I was listening to that, and I'm like, that's not what money laundering is. It's not literal money laundering.
This is the genius of Donna Adelson right here in full effect. So if you're thinking like there's this really super deep mastermind behind stuff, it's not.
No.
It's a flailing old woman who doesn't have a clue as to how anything works. And that's why this whole thing was as sloppy as it was. That's why she is where she is today. And that's why every single member of the family is slowly being dismantled and put into cages. There's also the forensic accountant showing that Donna herself signed every single hush money paycheck, 44 of them, by the way, and then abruptly stopped when the FBI showed up at the door. This is the financial trail, the emotional motive, and the behind-the-scenes influence, all pointing in one direction. Donna Adelson wasn't in the shadows. She was in the driver's seat. There's a lot that we're going to unpack. We already saw the testimony of two of her kids, of Wendy and Robert. And now the trail gets even more stark with who's coming to talk. And we're going to start talking about money. You know, the stuff that influenced people to go and take the life of Dan Markel. You know, when you hear that Charlie kept stepping out of the room to call his mother in the middle of planning a murder, what do you think's going on there? Do you think he's just checking in like, hey, are you making chili tonight, Mom? What do you think those conversations are like, Stacey?
Hey, Mama's boy. Grow a set of balls is the first thing that came to my mind. Yeah. Ladies, you don't want to date a guy like this. I'm just telling you. Nothing good is going to come of it. A guy has to love his mother, but this is the other extreme. He can't do anything without his mother's approval. Well, including being involved in this little organization, whatever the hell this was. Mm-hmm. But it's just gross. And it just reeks of a man who doesn't have a spine. He should have been able to stand up to Mom and said, I'm not doing this. But he couldn't. He didn't.
But from all the testimony, like, he is the ladies' man. He's got all these girlfriends and stuff, right?
There was another girlfriend that hit the stand today, and I'm like, he's got a type.
He does have a type, absolutely. But I'm sure those ladies,
but he's got a type.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing. These women probably got involved and went, oh, there are so many red flags here that it looks like they're, planting trees with flags. It's just ridiculous. No, this is not a good situation. Don't care how much money he has, how cute he is, doesn't matter. Too many red flags. I
wonder how much he and Mom talk behind bars now, with the fact that it seems, Robert and Wendy aren't really in communication. I wonder if those two are tight, or if that's completely strained as well, considering Charlie is trying for an appeal And they're framing this whole trial as 100% he did it. They're not backing out on that and saying, look, he was wrongly convicted. It's like, that's...
You did it, but I mean, kind of like OJ, if I did it, no, you did it. You did it, friend.
It feels like mom doesn't really... and I wonder if there's something behind the scenes here going, look, you're going to say you did it and it's going to help mom. Or I wonder, or if everybody's just out for themselves at this point, because it kind of feels like maybe that's what's going on.
Survival of the fittest in this family.
Yeah, it's like they're eating themselves now. It's let's take a look at one of the clips from court. Charlie in this one. It's a discussion about Charlie stepping out to talk to Donna during planning. This is this is his ex-girlfriend. This is Catherine McBonna talking about this.
Sometimes he would get on the phone. He'd kind of look at me weird and then just step out of the room and discuss whatever he needed to discuss.
You objected to giving information about what was discussed outside of presence.
Overruled. She's talking about what took place, not the substance of the conversation. So you may continue.
All right, so he would step out, have a conversation with his mother, and then come back.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then you would resume the conversation about...
Yeah, he would just kind of go off again, saying that this needed to be taken care of and what his family was going through.
All right. How many times did this particular situation happen where you were discussing what would eventually become the murder and his mother was interjected in that way that you just described?
How many times did I think he stepped out and speak to him? A number of times.
More than twice?
Yes, ma'am.
More than 5 times?
Yes, ma'am.
So this was like a regular part of the way this worked whenever this conversation came up?
Yes,
he would
ma'am.
consult his mother and come back and speak to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Why was there an objection to that? I mean,
what are you going to do? You got to do something.
I guess. Like,
objection.
There goes my case.
I mean... That's Donna Adelson being looped in live while her son was setting up a murder, allegedly. An active consultation. It's like buying a used. Let me go back to the dealer.
Talk to the manager.
Let me go talk to the manager and see what they say. Maybe we can get you down a little bit. I mean, obviously they ended up working it into a multi-payment layaway system, which literally it's what they did, which I find to be rather interesting, that it's like, we're going to keep paying you over all this time, not just one big lump sum. Let's just keep that line going. So when they come and figure out what the hell's going on, there's constant payments to someone who doesn't work for our dental practice.
It doesn't. I wonder what the accountants have to say at the end of the year when they saw all this, because that's coming, right?
That's coming. Yes.
Yeah. Right. Yes. I forgot about that. Yeah, they did. They did. Lots of details there about other people seeing what they were up to.
Yeah.
They weren't very covert about this.
No, I was just talking to Charlie. We were talking about the newest sub at Subway. They have fresh chicken now.
You know that they toast them?
It's not that weird chicken little thing that they said was chicken before. Now it's toasted. Who would have known? I was just so excited. Catherine also testified about how Charlie sold the idea of murder. He told her the whole family was going through it because of Dan. Oh, it's because Dan's dead. The family's going. So I guess, they're going through it because Dan's dead. So stressed that someone was literally throwing up at night. She admits she understood this as killing Dan would bring relief to the parents, Donna and Harvey. Here's what she had to say on the stand.
Well, through the course, he was just mentioning that his parents were going through it, that his sister was going through it, that, he basically painted a bad picture of Mr. Markel. And since he knew that I was going through stuff with Sigfredo, it was I was like sympathizing with his sister, because I know how it feels to go through
Okay, so you knew that his sister was having a terrible time with her ex.
Yes, ma'am.
And you had some things going on with Garcia that felt relatable.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what does it mean that his parents are going through it?
He just said that they couldn't sleep, that at some point I think somebody was throwing up. I don't know if it was his mom or his dad, and that it was just becoming a big problem to them.
Okay. And the big problem was Dan Markel.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not hard to so basically she trauma bonds with him over everything that's going on, because she's like, well, I was going through this with Sigfredo, so I related it. So that you got that bond. That's how this all like, oh, I can help you here. And then that screwed up relationship and that screwed up bond then leads to Charlie and his unhealthy enmeshed relationship with Donna, turning into what it does, where, okay, you got to take care of mom. She's feeling sick. She's feeling ill to her stomach, that these grandchildren are going to be raised by their father, heaven forbid, and their mother, who's living up there just fine. But because Donna can't have her way, that really, I think, pointed it out very well. It was not about the well-being of the kids. It wasn't about Wendy. It was about Donna being sick because she couldn't have her way. That's how she was acting. She wasn't sick. This sickness, this illness, this feeling horrible was not happening after Dan died. This is before he died. Sure. The only way to quell that in Donna seemed to be killing Dan Markel. That was the solution.
What a remedy. It's like it was a vaccine for her.
Yeah.
It just prevents suffering.
I don't know how they're going to argue. I mean, I'm sure what will be argued, or maybe what was argued. I didn't get a chance to see Cross on any of this, but Donna's doppelganger, so I'm just going to call her attorney, Donna Doppelganger, going forward, nice. I'm sure it was, well, she's a convict. So what can you believe what she has to say? Yeah. Well, how can you believe anything Donna has to say either? I mean, she's not the brightest bulb in the world, so much so that she thinks laundering money actually means washing money. Here's one of the most concrete links. Kate says it when she got her cut of the murder money, the cash was damp. It was molding and literally stapled together. Who staples money together and who washes it? This is something that, I mean, again, this was 11 years ago, but it does make me wonder. I mean, if this had happened last week or earlier last year or something, and she was washing money, I think I'd be going, I think there's a cognitive decline happening here. But this was Donna 11 years ago. And not to say that a cognitive decline couldn't have started back then, but I just think it was stupidity. When she asked Charlie why the money was damp and molding and stapled together, the answer, my mom washed the money. Check this out.
At that moment, I didn't when I opened it, but a couple of days after the fact, it was wet and starting to mold.
The money itself was damp to the touch.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. And did you ever mention that fact to Charlie Adelson?
I'm pretty sure I contacted him and told him, why is the money wet?
What do you mean pretty sure? You did or you didn't?
That I did.
Okay. And when you contacted him and said the money's wet, or you just mentioned to him the money's wet, did he have a response?
Yes, ma'am. He told me.
Told
me that that his mom washed the money.
That she physically washed the money?
Yes, ma'am.
So here's the thing. She actively was allegedly taking part in money laundering.
Yes.
In the most literal sense possible.
In the most literal sense possible.
I don't know what to do with that information.
Do you think she used was it Tide? Or did she use Oxy on that? I mean, money is one of the, I think, dirtiest substances or like objects out there because it gets handled so much.
And there's drugs and feces on them. From what I remember back in biology class, we would take swabs and put the swabs in a petri dish or swab them. And the stuff you could grow off of money was just phenomenal.
Oh, God.
So she's not, remember that the next time you pay somebody and then, finger licking good, you better wash your hands at some point. But this is just stupidity. Literally
washed the money.
Literally.
I don't know what to say. I mean, I don't know how you get beyond that one. What other reason, Donna, do you have that you were putting cash in a washing machine and literally washing it?
Do you put it in like a lingerie bag so it's not like, getting in all the crevices and things? I don't know how you wash money. I've never laundered money.
I don't know. Do you just throw it all? Then do you throw it in the dryer? I mean, to dry it when it's done?
Well, apparently she didn't do that. I mean, it is made out of a type of fabric, so I guess it would make sense to dry it, but...
Would it not rip? Would it not, when it gets wet? I would think it would.
Maybe she put it on the delicate cycle.
I'm wondering if they did delicate. And did they use color catch, like one of those color guards, in there, or scent beads?
You put a softener in. I don't know if they had scent beads 11 years ago. Did they?
Scent beads? I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably
I feel
not.
like those are fairly new.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be a great scent bead scent. Cash.
Money. You got your money right here, baby.
You're walking around smelling like dirty money. Well, when the money laundering wasn't, when she realized that was maybe odd, I wonder how that, I'd love to be the fly in the wall for that conversation with Charlie and Mom of like, I washed the money.
Mom, that's not how this works.
Donna had a better solution. Checks with her name on it. Kate admitted she did no work for the Adelson Institute. I love that name, too, for the dental practice, the Adelson Institute. Does that not sound like the most prestige? It's supposed to sound prestigious. It's a dental practice. Does it sound like the most pretentious name for a dental practice?
Doesn't surprise me a bit.
I don't think I would go to the Adelson Institute. I'd be feeling like, I don't know. They
are not going to use Novocaine at the Adelson Institute. I can tell you that, because that's what that sounds like from the name.
The Adelson Institute for Final Dental Arts. She didn't do any work. She got 44 paychecks. And who signed every single one of them from the Adelson Institute? You guessed it, Donna Adelson. Here she is on that.
Who signed your paychecks from the Adelson Institute?
Donna Adelson.
How many paychecks did you receive?
I can't recall.
Does 44 sound right?
Can't recall.
If we assume 44, how many of them were signed by Donna Adelson?
All of them.
How many were signed by Charlie Adelson?
None.
Whoops.
So that makes Donna the one authorizing the hush money to a co-conspirator month after month for nearly 2 years. How does the consistency of Donna's signature across 44 checks hit a jury, you think?
Not well.
It's also good to note that, again, it wasn't just routine payroll. She never worked a day for them. In fact, I mean, she even said the checks kept coming when she got a boob job. Just as more evidence of, I did this and I still kept getting paid, and I obviously couldn't have been doing any work for them.
Wow.
She's spending the rest of her life in prison because of her unfortunate interactions with Charlie Adelson. There was another person who took the stand, Mary Hull, forensic accounting.
There you go. There it is.
When it comes to this, I don't know how far they had to dig. Sometimes forensic accountants really need to go in deep to figure out how money was moved this way and that way. But this looks like it was a pretty surface job. Donna did sign all 44 checks, controlled payroll, and started payments right after the murder. Here's what that forensic accountant Mary had to say today on the stand.
Were all of these checks deposited by Catherine McBanois into her account?
They were.
And who were each and every one of these checks signed
Donna
on?
Adelson was signing the checks.
Okay, are these examples of 3 of the checks in the exhibit?
It is.
Okay, but she signs all 44?
She does.
And you did say that she did have signing authority for the business during those years?
Yes.
In addition to signing these checks for McBanois, did Donna Adelson also sign all the other checks to the Adelson Institute employees, their front desk people, their hygienists, the dentists,
Yes.
all of the people who work there?
Yes.
Was she the person who did payroll every month?
That's correct.
And looking back at the summary, you mentioned that Harvey Adelson was listed as manager again in October 2nd of 2015. Looking at this chart here, would that be just between number 26 and 27 there? At that point, he would become manager again?
Yes.
Okay, but all throughout the rest of the time he worked there?
Yes.
Okay, so about 3/4 of the second chart we see, Harvey Adelson was manager during that time
That's right.
for all those checks that were written.
That's correct.
And for both of those charts, Donna Adelson had signing authority.
Yes.
Who else had signing authority at Adelson Institute when these 44 checks were written?
There would have been Charlie and Harvey and her.
When you reviewed the phone records in this case, did Donna Adelson manage more than just the money at Adelson Institute? Did she also manage a lot of personal details of Charlie Adelson's life?
Yes.
Would she often book his travel as far as his plane trips, his hotels, whenever he wanted to take a trip?
Yes.
Would she remind him regularly to pay this bill on time, pay that bill on time, transfer this amount of money to this account? She helped him with all of his money.
Yes.
Did she kind of run his life, so to speak, as far as helping him keep up with the details of all of his day-to-day needs?
Yes.
When was the first check issued to Catherine McBanois here, looking at the summary?
The first check that shows up in her account is October 8th, 2014.
Okay, what was the date on the check? Meaning the date that you're assuming that's the check, that's the date that it's written.
Right. So the date that was on the check was September 17th, 2014.
Okay, and was that almost 2 months to the day from the murder of Dan Markel?
It was.
Was that, I guess, about 3 months after she asked to be employed by Adelson Institute?
Yes.
Pretty clear timeline here. Dan Markel killed in July. Within 2 months, Donna is signing fake payroll checks to the woman who helped set it all up. Nothing to see here.
Nope.
Nothing weird. Personally signing them. This wasn't even just the, here's the rubber stamp, put your
Right.
signature on it. It's you're looking at these checks.
She grabbed a big pen and went for it.
I don't know how you argue this other than she was extremely irresponsible with their finances. And she just signed whatever whatever they said, she signed.
No, this isn't equivalent to, oh, how'd you get the black eye? I fell down the stairs, and we all know what really happened.
Mhm.
This was out in the open.
Yeah.
She was just doing this. There's nothing clouded about this. It's very straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as soon as the jury gets this, we might as well just stay perched at our desks.
I'm very interested to see what type of defense she's going to raise. I'm wondering if this is going to be one of those trials where there is no defense raised, where it's just, we're going to
rest, Your Honor.
We're going to rest. We got nothing here.
Yeah.
That happened in several trials that I was very surprised by. I mean, that happened in Karen Reed.
Yeah, it did.
It happened.
There was
Diddy.
one other.
Diddy, it happened as well. It worked for Diddy.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
It worked for Karen.
I don't think it's going to work here.
I don't think it's going to have the same effect.
No, I don't either. little bit different climate.
Little more damning here to rest. But the arrogance, though, I could see that making Donna say, "Yeah, we're going to rest. I think we did it good. I think we did a good job, doppelganger Donna. I think we'll sleep well tonight on our 0.5-inch air cot in the jailhouse." Here's another interesting piece, and this is another piece of testimony that just again points to Donna in all of this, all of this. She's going to testify here about Katie's paychecks and when they stopped. They stopped April 19th of 2016, the very day the FBI bump went down. When undercover agents confronted Donna. What a coincidence. Let's take a look.
Was there evidence of a check later than those in sequence that was actually posted to the bank account before the bump on April 19th of 2016?
Yes,
Okay. Is that the check here to Harvey Adelson on April 4th?
that's correct.
And that would have been before the bump,
It would.
but after in sequence of McVanilla's checks?
Yes.
So is it possible, given the sequence, that Donna Adelson stopped writing McVanilla's checks after she was approached by the agent during the bump?
It appears that way.
Could you have any more? It's like Brian Koberger turning off his phone as he goes and murders 4 college kids.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we better turn off the hush money quickly. That might not look good. Oh, we're already 44 checks in? That's her response to the FBI pressure there. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to explain any of this away. I think I've run out of every possible, like, well, here's a road, there's a road. I don't know what roads are left.
Can you imagine being Donna Can you imagine being Donna Doppelganger and leaving the courtroom every day going, "Oh my God."
Well, she's still going to get her money, right?
No, but
and Donna Doppelganger wasn't even a defense attorney. She was a judge who was kind of forced to step down too. I gotta do a whole story on that one. I was working. I didn't do it yet. I was working on it the other day, and then I don't know. I got distracted.
There's reports that she faked having cancer to get people to feel sorry for her.
The judge?
Yes.
Jesus.
Donna Doppelganger.
Unconfirmed report. Oh my God. Wow. That's fucked up allegations. So
wow.
I'm going to say it kind of feels like 2 peas in a pod over there.
Maybe that's why she was the perfect attorney for her, because they could relate. They probably sat there and went, in different circumstances, we could have been best friends and go out for coffee.
It's probably the only friend Donna has left.
Well, yeah.
And Donna is someone who, if given the opportunity, I think if you had a younger Donna, she would have tried to represent herself.
Yeah, well, she's along the same lines as Lori Vallow.
And that's why I think she picked this woman. There's that undeniable resemblance. I'm sure Donna doesn't see it at all.
No.
And the personality, all of it. I mean, well, I got to do a piece on the judge or on the defense attorney, because that's messed up. I'm really curious more about what happened there. Why judges normally aren't forced to resign. They or step down. They all
retire.
Yeah, and that was like 11 years ago.
Did you come out of retirement for this one case? I mean, how does this work?
I think so. I think it was like, I can help you, Donna. I gotcha. I don't know. I don't know the short answer to that question, but I think so. Again, I got to do a little research on that, so I don't want to say anything that's wrong. But that's just a whole interesting case study in itself. The 2 of them.
You wonder if she took it just to be in the spotlight, in the limelight.
Yeah, that would be total Donna Doppelganger, wouldn't it?
Very much so, yeah.
Like, I get the spotlight. I look at me. And completely oblivious to how she's coming across to everyone. Talking about the Skypes. I don't know if you know about this. fangled thing that people talk to on the internet. Like, this is your opening arguments, how dumb you are, how out of touch you are with modern society for the last 25 years. That's not a good hand to come out of the deck swinging with. That's just not, yeah. So there's Donna. And that's the damning Donna report of the day. Let us know in the comments section what your thoughts are. Is there any way out for Donna? Is Donna innocent? I've yet to really see a whole lot of pro-Donna folks. Has anyone seen a pro-Adelson person anywhere? I don't know that they exist.
They're not outside the courtroom protesting. There's no signs. There's no bullhorns. There's no playing whatever games they were playing outside the courthouse. None of that's going on for her.
At the end of the day, I kind of feel bad for Charlie and all of the kids, really, because it was manipulation. And with this type of manipulation and with this type of grooming, basically, of what she did to her kids. I mean, everybody parents their kids, but parenting is basically a version of grooming. You're trying to do it in a healthy way, so they go and be healthy young adults. But the way she raised her kids or groomed her kids, it was totally insane and abuse. And these kids, they didn't have a chance when they got out to be adults. I mean, the fact that Charlie's still sitting there and mommy's planning all of the travel. He's such a man child. I mean, you're an adult, you're running a dental practice, and mommy is sitting there taking care of all your bills because you don't know how to fill it out for the water company and the electric company. And when you need to go and get a Priceline hotel, mommy's got you there too. I mean, what a pathetic human being. My God.
I nailed it earlier when I said the man didn't have a spine. It's one thing to include your family in the family business, maybe to give them a little financial push, but it sounds like she was so intertwined in him that it wasn't just a double helix like DNA. She was literally attached to him.
He didn't have a spine, but here's why he didn't have it, because for the previous 30 some years of his life since birth, she was sitting there, with a surgical tool ripping out that spine year by year. And so when he finally became an adult and he's supposed to go fly, guess what? He can't do shit.
He can't fly.
I'm here for you, honey. I got your back. And she's propping him up, propping Wendy up over here. It's like a puppet master. She's got him propped up here. Wendy's over here. The other kid got far away. Thank God. Mm-hmm. And she's just like controlling what they're saying. Say this to your husband. Do this for your sister. Act like this. And then when shit hits the fan and it all goes away, who's left to bear the blame? Oh, it was just Donna. I was just monster bitch.
Yep.
Your thoughts in the comments section, wherever you are downloading podcast or on YouTube, and wherever you're downloading podcast, press subscribe so you don't miss any of our coverage of this case. All the testimony from everybody that was out there today. It's on our YouTube channel. It's on our podcast feed. So go ahead and binge away on this one. It's a real fascinating one to get into. This is one that I'm not finding boring at all. So go check that out. Until next time, for Todd, for Stacy, I'm Tony Bruschi. We will talk again real soon.
Want more on this case and others? Then press subscribe now and don't miss a moment of true crime coverage from Tony Bruschi and the Hidden Killers podcast. This is Hidden Killers Live with Tony Bruschi, Stacy Cole, and Todd Michaels.
Donna Adelson, for years, she was seen as the pushy mother-in-law. A lot of mother-in-laws are like that. The one who hated Dan Markel, sure. But a murderer mastermind? That felt like a stretch for some until now. What we're seeing in the trial, especially from Sergeant Corbett's breakdown of the digital evidence, isn't speculation. It's patterns, call records, travel timelines, detailed texts. Donna doesn't just show up around the edges of this plot. She's in the thick of it, making secretive calls at key moments, texting from driveways the night of the murder, and telling her son to erase messages right before a hitman heads north. It's not about vibes anymore. It's about timestamps and receipts. If you thought Donna was just a worried grandmother, the kind who sent a few inappropriate emails and got dragged into this mess by her son, these next few moments will change that picture entirely. Has anyone thus far, anybody here, Stacey, Todd, I mean, has there been anything, any moment in this case where one has said, well, maybe she didn't do it?
No. I'm just going to speak first. No.
Nope.
Yeah.
Not one moment of, boy, that's iffy. No, there's nothing. Nothing. That, for me, this looks like a slam dunk for the prosecution.
So far, and I was reminded today, I was talking with Eric Faddis about all this. He reminded me, and Donna still has to take the stand.
Well, she doesn't have to, but she certainly wants to.
She wants to. And there has been like, the cross on this has been slim to nil, it seems, from her attorneys. They're not really grilling anybody on anything or making any sort of major gotcha points after the prosecution brings a witness up. So I'm feeling their whole case, I think, is going to be built on Donna going up there and trying to convince everybody that this is all one big misunderstanding. I don't know where else they're going to go, because the biggest news was Donna's going to testify, not any witnesses they have lined up other than Donna herself.
And I don't know. This is the woman who we revealed yesterday that she literally washed money. I don't have faith in her ability to take the stand and put on a good show. She strikes me as the kind of person who picks up her, I'm guessing, iPhone, because I am an iPhone user, but I don't think she is savvy enough to be an Android user. Mm-hmm. I bet she butt dials people and accidentally times. And all you see are like her nostrils and stuff. I guarantee she is not going to do a good job on the stand. They're probably just going to be like, all right, you need to shut the hell up.
I got a picture of Donna here from court today. If you want to, there you go. If you want to, yeah, there we go. That's, anybody notice anything odd about this picture?
Oh, God.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, so we're all radio people, and there's a sincere problem with her headphones at the moment.
Well, either that or she's Sir Mix-a-Lot back there, and she's only got one on her ear, and she's doing a little wiggity whack. So,
Honey, you don't have the hearing part on your ear. It's turned outward for those of you who are not watching on video.
What's that? My earwax. They didn't give me the stuff in prison for the wax. I need the special stuff.
Because of sitting in on the Eric Faddis interview today, though, I'm just kind of wondering, because Tony, you made mention, like, is she just trying to look like she's a little
off,
cognitive problems kind of thing by doing something like that, or is she just really that way?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like, here's the deal, like the money washing, throwing it in the laundry with the Tide Pods, that was 11 years ago. So
maybe she's eccentric. Maybe this is how she's always been.
I think she's eccentric, and I think she's but I do wonder today, I don't know. I mean, we don't really know where she's at mentally. The fact that she thinks that it's a great idea to go up and be her own witness. And I mean, that just shows, I don't think, a good cognitive decision making. Not that she's ever really had great, but people don't tend to improve with age on these sort of things.
No.
If they're a narcissist and they're always a controlling person, that's going to tend to get even worse as they get older, and they'll be even less inclined to hear other people out. That's why you have sometimes very cantankerous old people, and it's just like, what can you say to them? They just kind of, this is where they go. But if you are a more balanced, more loving, more hear other people out person in life, that tends to be exacerbated as you get older too. And then you'll be more prone to, scams and shit.
Yeah,
so
right.
Either way, you're screwed when you're old. That's the lesson. You're just screwed. No, but with someone like this, I don't know. I am wondering, Are they taking the advice? Are they taking the clue and saying, maybe we should make her look a little off?
I think you're giving them too much credit. I'm not sure that they've really looked at this as a strategy. And I'm not an attorney, but my gut says they haven't really taken the reins like that. They're they're letting her do her thing.
Well, look at her attorney. I mean, the two of them are like peas in a pod. And I did there's a whole piece I just did on her today, learning all about her history and why she got kicked off the bench and the mystery illness that nobody knows about yet. But one of the reasons that there was a scandal brewing under her when she stepped down for health reasons and then was able to kind of exit peacefully without prosecution or any further investigation. One of the things that she was being criticized for and looked into for was some favoritism of basically pressuring an attorney to represent a family member, from what I understand, and making that question known while this attorney was trying a case in front of her. So basically it was, well, if I say no, I can't, what's she going to do to my client here? And it was for a personal matter as well. So it's kind of Donna-ish in a lot of ways. So I found that to be rather interesting. Anyway, let's go to some of the.
I'm seeing an error. I just want to make sure that we're still okay.
Yeah, we're alive. You're there.
Okay.
It
says recording error on my end, so I just want to make sure we're not going to do all this fun stuff and it doesn't work.
No, recording to the cloud. We're good.
Yep, we're all good.
Perfect. Thank you.
It's just you. It's just
me.
It's just your internets. So anyway, let's go and take a look at what happens today in court. We got some interesting clips. When the FBI bumped Donna with a fake flyer on the street. Remember this? Kind of meant to rattle her and draw out a reaction, which it did. Her first call wasn't to her husband, her daughter, or even to her attorney. Who was it to? Well, her alleged partner in crime, Charlie, only Charlie. And she made that call just 22 minutes later. If she wasn't involved, why was he the first person she reached for? Let's check it out.
Who was Donna Adelson's first call after the bump? And meaning the bump is when the undercover agent approached her on the street.
The first call was to Charlie Adelson.
Did she call Wendy Adelson or Harvey Adelson during that time?
Immediately after, no.
Did she call Catherine McVanois at any point?
No.
Anyone else associated with this case besides Charlie Adelson?
No.
And when was her first call to Charlie Adelson after the bump?
2:09.
So about a little over 20 minutes later?
Yes.
Kind of interesting that, I think if you had nothing going on and some strange person approached you on the street with some sort of information like that, and you're that clueless about it, I think you'd be calling everybody. I mean, especially your husband, I think might be the first one to call, but you're calling Charlie?
It goes to show what relationship those two had. They were each other's support systems because, and this, illustrates it that after something that, like you said, should be disturbing, that's her confidant. That's who she goes to.
Yeah.
It feels unhealthy to me. Feels like a mother-son relationship that is way too close.
Way too enmeshed. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Enmeshed.
It is. And when we were talking the other day about the transactional things that were going on, when Charlie's talking with Catherine, and then he has to keep calling mom and getting permission, and then we learned just about how mom's still like paying his bills and making sure everything's set like this, set like that. I mean, this is a 30-some-year-old doctor, and
right.
and they're still that enmeshed. I mean, you got to imagine that is a very strong bond, an unhealthy bond that should have at some point taken a step back into adulthood and not continued to this weird getting to Norman Batesy land type area. But there was a lot of things with that relationship that are very suspect. There's so many that keep flying in front of me that when I go to grab one, it's gone. But there has just been so many weird connections between those two, and that would explain, I think, why he went down for her, why the whole thing, how it began with Charlie going to McBonna, according to her testimony, and the point wasn't, Wendy really wants to get down here with the kids so she can be by her family. No, it was Donna can't stand that she doesn't have control of this situation, and mom's not sleeping. Mom's physically ill. This is before the murder. Mom's ill. She can't, it's all about mom. So mom, is talking to Charlie and so I can't do this. I can't do that. It's just this. It's just that. And Charlie, in the role that he's in, which is keep mom happy, because I wonder how much Harvey did, or how much Harvey was just kind of off in the distance, and that in a part of that role ended up being played by Charlie when it really shouldn't be played by anybody. But that's how Donna liked it.
I kind of question something and throwing it out there, but because of the way that she treated Charlie, and I know she was very involved with a lot of her kids, but I wonder if, hear me out, if Donna may have had a little something for Charlie.
Oh,
I'm serious. I'm very serious about this.
I hear you.
And you a little Oedipal
he's the playboy, right? The quote unquote good looking doctor and all that. And I just wonder if Donna didn't have a little something for her son. I'm not saying they acted on it, but I just wonder if that's why he got some preferential treatment.
I think there's certainly a very unhealthy level of connection there. I don't know if it went that far or if they acted on it, but it certainly, I mean, I wonder it both ways. If there's there's an unhealthy level of devotion to each other that is not, it goes beyond a mother-son bond. It goes more of to a role of like what a partner would be for someone.
Right.
And that's, but without the sex part. But then you start to wonder, but then you start to add those pieces in there, and you start to wonder, well, this kept building that way. Where is the cutoff? Where is the line? Where does it end? Yeah, I mean, obviously we don't have any evidence of that or anything, but yeah, it's certainly something you wonder about a little bit.
What we do have is evidence of them contacting each other at opportunities where they might have contacted somebody different in their lives. These two have quite the relationship.
It's like they're each other's fixers, or Charlie, I think, is more her fixer than anything else.
He's her protector, is how I'm feeling.
Yeah, protector, fixer, slave, all of the above. Completely under her control, and I think still probably to this day. Obviously, all of that, that's just all speculation. What we're talking about there, we're not saying that they were doing that, but anytime you get that tight of a relationship,
it's just weird.
It gets weird. It's a little bit weird. This next one, it's one of those texts that prosecutors have circled in red ink. Donna telling Charlie that she needs to talk privately. Let's take a look at that.
This is now March 4th of 2014. We're on slide 98.
Okay, thank you. So on this day, on March 4th of 2014, was there a text message in the records where Donna Adelson asked Charlie Adelson to erase a text that she sent to him?
There is, yes.
Okay, can you walk us through that exchange?
So again, this is March 4th. She is communicating with Charlie. She indicates 37 miles to Gainesville.
As in coming from Tallahassee going to Gainesville?
That would be correct, yes.
Okay. And what does she say here?
She says, I can't talk now, but I'll text you before we stop in Gainesville where I can go to the bathroom and have a moment of privacy. Then I'll call. Please pick up because I will have limited alone time today. Erase this text after you read it.
Oh boy.
What does she send a few minutes later?
She says, we'll stop in about 5 minutes and I can speak to you privately about Dad's birthday gift when I'm out of the car. I have some good ideas.
What was the time difference between those two texts?
This text was at 10:42 a.m. and this is at 11:08 a.m.
Okay. So 20 minutes before, she's texting saying, we'll have a private conversation and erase this after you read it. Then she sends a text 20 minutes later saying, I can speak to you privately, and says what it's about, Dad's birthday gift.
Correct.
Does she tell him to delete that text where she said the subject of the private conversation?
There's no request to delete that text.
I don't think this was about a birthday gift. I think that's code.
Oh, well, we learn later that birthday gift is code. Yeah, that one of the birthday gift was that the grandkids are going to be back down by them.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. But the fact that Donna is talking like this, it shows that she doesn't want Harvey to catch this conversation. And yeah, it is code, birthday gift.
It feels almost like an affair.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, it really kind of does. Harvey just seems like he's there, but he's really not. So somebody had to step in and be that thing for Donna and whatever.
Yeah, he's like absent, and Charlie is in that place.
And deleting text messages. Oh, honey, I can tell you about somebody who's been deleting text messages. That's why I live in an apartment. I'm no longer living where I live. Yeah, that's what people do when they're hiding something. So this behavior in itself is consciousness of guilt, as far as I'm concerned. Why are you deleting messages? What do you have to hide?
Well, I was just texting Charlie about his father's birthday gift. I was just doing that. That's all it was. I wanted to talk to him in the come and go. I find it weird how it's spelled K-U-M and go, but I wanted to talk to him in the come and go restroom, and I was going to get an iced tea, a nice refreshing beverage, maybe one of those cheesy tornadoes with the chicken rolled in. I was going to eat it in the restroom, have it inserted into my gullet while talking to Charlie.
No, let's not digress too much.
I was going to have him on speaker. I was going to have him on FaceTime with the tornado in my gullet. What is it, son? What is it?
Tony.
Oh, it took a turn for the worse.
It did. And I'm just going to continue on that path as well. Can we talk about the come and go? Can we? Who in their right mind is allowing that to continue as a name?
The stage is yours. Go ahead.
I can't stop at a come and go. I just can't. As a liberated woman, I can't do that. I stop somewhere else. I don't care if the gas is 20 cents cheaper there. Something about the name just makes me go.
I think they're rebranding, actually, because we had a bunch of them here and now they're called something else.
How are they spelled? It's K.
It was like K-U-M.
I'm going to look this up because I've always looked at it and just giggled like a 12-year-old.
Now it's called Cock and Cum. Because they sell chicken. Because they have chicken. Oh, God. And they wanted to keep the cum in the name.
Oh my God. We're going to get flagged. Damn it. All this work for nothing.
They wanted to have a name that wasn't as explicit. They thought Cock and Cum was better. They were a family chicken restaurant. They want you to come and have your chicken. That's all it is. Really?
Oh my gosh.
So they are rebranding to Mavericks.
It's actually going to be Cracker Barrel's new brand. We heard you. You want the name back. We put the old man, but now we're called Cock and Cum. Cock and Cum crackers. Would you like some crackers with your cock and cum?
God dang it.
There you go.
Oh, we are going to be in a lot of trouble after Labor Day when we go live. You realize that?
Oh well, this is fun. This is good. None of this needs to be edited. This is good.
Oh, we don't edit anything.
No.
We are radio professionals.
No.
We do it live. God damn it!
Do it live. Here's Sting to play us out. Yeah. So
don't make me laugh when I've got a mouthful of water. That almost cost me a microphone here.
Let's go back to Donna.
Okay. Do we have to?
When the first rental car tied to the murder was picked up, Charlie made a little phone call. Oh, not to a burner phone though, but to what? And again, people who literally put money in a washing machine somehow seemingly think a landline is the least likely way to be tracked or tapped, which actually is the exact opposite. Let's take a look.
Okay, so this is a landline that presumably they would both use that's located in their house.
Correct.
Okay, and how long does that conversation between Charlie and the Adelson residence last?
Also just over 25 minutes.
Who does Catherine Magbanua call once she is back in the area of her home?
What we see in just after 10, she calls, text. There's a few communications back and forth here with Sigfredo.
Okay, do Harvey Adelson and Charlie Adelson then talk on their cell phones that night?
Yes, there are two calls, and we can see 10:16 that Harvey Adelson calls Charlie Adelson. At 10:27, Charlie Adelson calls Harvey Adelson.
So this is Charlie and Harvey talking on Harvey's cell phone, is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, does Charlie Adelson call or receive calls or messages from Donna Adelson's cell phone that night?
Not that night, no.
So if Charlie Adelson talked to Donna Adelson on the phone that night, then it would have been that 25-minute call to the landline right after he hung up with Catherine Magbanua, is that right?
Overall, he is not definitively saying what did or did not occur, what might have been possible. You may continue.
So yes, it is possible that he spoke to Donna, and that would have been on that landline call.
There you go.
See, these people are not good with technology. They're proving my point. They don't know how to use technology to benefit themselves. They're backing themselves into a corner.
They should have used CB radios.
Yeah, well, that would have been smart, actually.
Okay, we got the money. Who's
Breaker
got
19.
We have the Tide Pods. Mom's ready to do another load.
At come and go. Okay.
Oh!
Sorry.
Scratch that.
You
They're out of
set
it.
up
Come and
and
go.
knocked them down.
Come and go is out of it. Let's go to cock and come.
I have to say that, first of all, Sergeant Corbett did a great job. I don't know how this guy kept everything straight because he was on the stand for a long time, like 3 hours or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But if you watch any cuts to Donna, she looks really freaking tired. And I can't imagine what it's like sitting there listening to somebody basically piece by piece lay out everything you did, and it just makes me realize, wow, you can't do anything anymore. You can't get away with anything.
No.
And it shows how intolerant that type of personality is of being called out. Because at the end of the day, like people who are free, that when you get to the point of like the spotlight is shining on your narcissism, what usually happens? I'm sick. Oh, I'm sick. I'm ill. I can't. And then, I'm too tired. That's what she's doing. She's just not interested. This is too tiring. And it's like a survival mechanism because her brain can't process all of that shit. So it literally, I think, starts to shut down and she gets sleepy. I think it's part an act, but part also like a survival mechanism within her. And that's, ultimately why Donna operates the way that Donna does.
It's an interesting theory. Also, as you get older, and if you are suffering from dementia, and I've watched this with in-laws, they just fall asleep. They cannot. Their brain cannot function, and they're just like.
Yeah, I don't think this is that though. I don't think this is that. Not at all.
Okay.
This is Donna's selective. It's kryptonite that's coming towards her. It's the poppies. She's getting sleepy.
She's out in the field of poppies. She's falling asleep.
It is. And the Wicked Witch is coming to get her. And the Wicked Witch happens to be the law. This one, it's the night Dan Markel was murdered. Charlie got a message from Donna on his cell phone. Again, kind of a weird thing, weird timing, just to show up and say this. Let's take a look.
Is there evidence in the phone records that Donna Adelson went to Charlie Adelson's home on the night of Dan Markel's murder?
So there is another communication from Miss Donna Adelson at 8:59 p.m. stating outside your house.
Outside your house, and she's sending that message to Charlie Adelson, is that right?
Correct.
What can you tell us about her locations that night and how long she could have spent at Charlie's residence after sending this message?
Your Honor, object calls for speculation.
On the rule, he may answer based on his analysis of the records. However, Sergeant, you are not to speculate or offer any opinions beyond anything that you have not directly researched in these matters. You may answer the question.
Yes, sir. So the question asked of me is, it possible for, given the cell site locations and times, is it possible there was a period of time where Donna and Harvey could have stopped at Charlie Adelson's residence? So to do this analysis, I looked at the events that we had with usable locations, and we see that there is this 6-minute phone call. And this is the 8:35 location we saw in the previous slide. But we see this phone call actually begins on the cell site in the bottom of this slide, which should be 263. And it ends on the cell site at the top. So to conduct an analysis of potential time between points, we need to establish a point to start measuring from. So my estimation of the approximate handsets location between these two cell sites for this phone call is approximately the area of that 832 little call out here in the middle. So that is the point that I started, again, based on these two phone calls, the beginning and ending cell sites, estimated that the handset was approximately in the area of that marker at 832. Same thing for the ending phone call, or the next phone call that we had at 1053. We see the cell site that it begins on and the cell site that it ends on a little further north. And so that will be consistent again with the handset continuing to travel along the area of the turnpike. And for our ending time here, I again estimated the location of the handset to be where that white call out box is at approximately 10:53 p.m. So with those 2 points and using the Esri route planning tool, Esri is the mapping software that we use, it tells us that that travel should have taken approximately about an hour and 4 minutes. And what we see is between 8:32 and 10:53 is actually 2 hours and 21 minutes. So the distance traveled is not consistent with the time consumed.
You spoke about Esri. Is that also how Department of Transportation estimates mileage as well?
Yes, if you go to the official Department of Transportation site to get mileage for business travel, they use the same software.
What can you determine about when Donna Adelson would have reached Charlie Adelson's residence according to this estimated travel time?
So if we look at this, and again, we see the area of Charlie Adelson's residence, we have the message at 8:59 that says outside your house. Charlie responds to that about 20 minutes later with 10 men, 10 minutes. So again, using the same route planning, we see that that should have taken approximately 25 minutes to travel from our 8:32 starting point to Charlie Adelson's residence. And so that would have put the estimated time of arrival at his residence 8:57, and the text message is sent at 8:59. So that would be pretty consistent.
So the text message time is consistent with the estimated time it would take to get from the last known location to his house.
Correct.
And in that text message, she says, outside your house to him.
Correct.
And then he gives her an estimated amount of time before he'll be at his house, 10 men.
Correct.
And then they got together in the house, and the smooth music started playing.
Little Kenny G. Would we go with Kenny G? Yeah, that's where I go. Yeah.
Okay, somebody's got to start picking up the story while I'm doing the Kenny G. What happens here in the scene?
I'm not that creative. Maybe I'll take over the Kenny G.
Okay, continue on. Then Donna gazed deeply into Charlie's eyes. And Charlie looked down and said, Mom, thank you for picking up the Happy Meal.
Gross.
Charlie's eyes burst with delight. Donna smiled and gave him a giant hug and said, Here's your Happy Meal, son.
No.
It's a hamburger with no sauce, no pickles, no onions, no cheese. But I did stop at the Cock and Come and get some of that special sauce you like and put it right on there for you.
Oh my God.
So I don't think it was a lurid affair, but I'm guessing there might have been some conversations going on about what had just happened that they didn't want to have over a phone line. But we're too stupid to realize that putting the clues out there over that phone line might be an issue. You know?
Yep. What a bunch of idiots.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we should be playing the Benny Hill theme, don't you? Yeah.
You know, honest to God, this morning when I got up and I started working on stories, I did turn on Kenny G.
I'm telling you, the man is timeless.
That's an album. Timeless, isn't it? Yeah.
Probably.
I think
Did
it was.
You know that I drove him from the airport in Green Bay to Wausau a couple years ago?
I did not know that.
I did.
What did you and Kenny discuss? Circular breathing?
You talk about his breathing and his diaphragm, not my diaphragm, his.
I was wondering about it today when I was like, sitting there working. I'm like, circular breathing. This is why I can't listen to music I know, because I just start thinking about shit. So what did you learn? Did you practice circular breathing while you were driving Kenny G?
No, but here's the thing. He was in the back seat. He was like doing some breathing exercises. It was really cool. And he's a very nice man. Very nice guy. I still have his cell number in my phone.
I'm sure you do.
And Stacy's single and she's looking for some circular breathing.
We got to change all the audio now. It's going to be Stacy G from here on out.
Stacy G.
Hey, in a couple of months, I have the option to change my last name. So
is Kenny G married?
I think he is.
Okay.
Stacy Songbird Cole.
Silhouette was written for you.
You never know, Sorry, I'm going to need some time off. I'm going to go with Kenny. We're going touring.
Me and Kenny have to go to the Hamptons this weekend.
Yes, we're going to just be on the beach for a little bit, and he's going to bring a saxophone, if you know what I mean. Oh my God.
I heard he's got a double reed instrument.
He said we need to make sure we stop at the Come and Go to gas up before we go.
Oh, if we were on terrestrial radio, our program director would be in the room going, enough, guys. That is enough.
Oh, I think we would have been, the transmitter would have been shut off by now.
Yeah.
More Donna. From the moment Donna and Harvey left Miami that night, their phone data shows something a little bit strange. You're fleeing right after this happened. That's a little weird.
Right.
A stretch of road that should have taken an hour to drive took them over 2. There's a lot of weirdness going on here in everything that took place. Let's take a look.
And what we see looking at Charlie Adelson's locations, the 919, when the text message is sent, we can see the cell site that his handset is using. As we continue down slide 268, we can see that he has communication at 921, and then the next cell site he has is, or cell site time he has is 940, and that 940 time he has become consistent with the area of his residence. So he reaches his residence sometime between 921 and 940. If we look at the 919 time of the text message, that 10 minutes is about correct for when he would arrive home.
So he says he says he's 10 minutes when he's about 10 minutes away en route to his house.
Correct.
After receiving the outside your house text. Is that right?
Correct.
And what do we see here?
This is just a close-up of that, again, showing the cell sites when he would be consistent with his residence, arriving sometime before 940.
And where was Donna Adelson's next event with actual location data after she said she was outside Charlie Adelson's house and he responded 10 men?
Again, the next event that we have is the 1053 events, looking at their combined records, is the next usable location event that we have. So if we look at the time that it would take to travel from Charlie Adelson's residence to that point, we see that based on the route planning, approximately 48 minutes. And again, the actual travel time based on those cell site usages was 1 hour and 54 minutes. So we have about an hour of unaccounted for time.
So it took her 1 hour and 54 minutes to travel to the 1053 location from North Miami, which left 1 hour and 6 minutes unaccounted for.
This would be the travel time from Charlie Adelson's residence to that 1053 point. Did take 1 hour and 54 minutes, which was estimated to only take 48.
So how long could she and Charlie Adelson then have overlapped at his house during that time?
The maximum would be approximately 1 hour and 6 minutes.
To catch that, how long did Charlie and Donna overlap each other? That was interesting wording.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
I mean, I know what he meant, but just
I was giggling.
I giggled. I looked up and I saw you giggle. I'm like, we both caught that.
Wink, wink, wink.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's a lot of time here that was spent, and God knows what the heck was being discussed. Having previously, shown that these real events don't match up with what their original claims were. 2 weeks before the murder, it gets even weirder. Donna threw a birthday party for Harvey on the Evite. She lists, Dan Markel's children as, she would, but not as Markel's, but as Adelson's. Dan was still alive. Here's how all that went down.
All right, going forward to July 3rd, was there an Evite to Harvey Adelson's birthday sent to Wendy Adelson that day?
Yeah, so reminder email that was sent on July 3rd.
Okay. And when is the party?
So as we see, kind of focusing in here on the details of this email, the party, friendly reminder that Donna's event is coming up on Saturday, July 5th, 2014 at 7:30 p.m.
Was it addressed to Wendy, and we blurred out their names, but her two sons, and listed Wendy and her two sons' last name as Adelson?
Yes.
Was Dan Markel still alive on July 5th of 2014?
He was.
And what last name, or an Adelson, though, is listed as the boy's last name here when this is sent?
And I'm sorry.
Sorry, Adelson is listed as the boy's last name, though, regardless of the fact that Dan Markel is still alive on this date?
That's correct.
And this was about 2 weeks before Dan Markel was killed?
Yes.
Well,
I feel like that could be a stretch.
Is it necessary? I mean,
No.
No.
No, I mean, it's And that's where you got to be careful, I think, in cases like this, because if you already got a really, really strong case, do you need to add another topping? It's like if you go to the yogurt bar. I'm not good I'm good at creating food in my kitchen and making delicious meals on specific plates. I'm a complete disaster if I go into a buffet or any sort of ice cream bar. It will not turn out to be a great choice.
Are you one of those people, Tony, that you put way too many sprinkles on? Yeah.
No, I'm not putting not sprinkles. I just put way too much of everything on. So like you go to the Chinese buffet or something and you're like, oh, that looks good. And then you have like this kind of congealed plate of stuff and it's all kind of mingled together and oozed together and some of it's mated together. Then you have like this half shrimp, half chicken type thing that's kind of crawling off your plate and you're like, ooh, chopsticks, delicious. And it's just weird. And you would have been better off just like taking, a turn. Like, I'm just going to get this and I'll go back again for something else. And with the ice cream thing, it's I'm going to put way too many toppings on. Yeah. And none of it ever turns out to be great. That's where something like this, you already got the delicious sundae. It's perfect.
Leave it.
It doesn't need a scoop of boba. Put the boba down.
Were they just trying to prove how much she disliked Mr. Markel? It was positioned very weird in what I thought was just very, very intense. Bam, bam, bam. And then all of a sudden, we're going to throw this little thing in.
I think it's trying to position that like it's foreshadowing that this is going to happen. And I think I don't know that
we know what's coming and the evidence has been pointing to it. We don't need that extra bridge to get to that. I think it just felt unnecessary to me.
It doesn't add anything. And if I feel like it kind of weakens a little bit because I could totally see Donna Adelson just putting Adelson down regardless. Even if Markel was still alive when we look back at this thing, I don't think she would have done any different, even if she did know or did not know anything about this. I think this is how she would be. I mean, this is a woman who's already been, joking about putting the kids in Hitler Youth costumes, So
it makes them seem like they're desperate for something when they don't need to be. They've got the goods, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, they already dug up the treasure. They don't need to keep looking for more.
Yeah, this is just, you get your souvenir there. You don't need the mail order one later. It's not as good. In a 2013 email, Donna doesn't offer advice. She maps out a strategy as they try to figure out what to do here with the Dan Markel situation. They want to make him a financial offer. Let's hear what the detective found out.
After this portion where she wants her to psychologically manipulate Dan Markel into converting the children to another religion, what does she say she plans to do next?
There's a plan of a financial offer to Mr. Markel.
Does she say, I am planning or we are planning?
It states we plan to make.
Does she go on to describe who this we is in the team?
She does, yes.
Okay, can we see that? And does she then detail how she, Harvey, and Charlie's lives have been affected by Wendy not being able to relocate?
Correct.
She says, it's time for you to show us you can put the performance of your life on for the next few weeks. What was a few weeks later?
The final divorce hearing.
Was that on July 31st and August 1st?
Yes.
I want to read that whole letter in a dramatic fashion.
Yeah.
I got to find that letter. I think that would be great. I think it's like some violins or something. I think that'd be really fun. That would be a fun thing. So it's coaching. You have to put on the performance of your life. It's not guidance, it's coordination.
Yeah.
The control of Donna. Yeah. Right after Wendy loses her relocation case, Donna is not there to console her. She doesn't express empathy. Instead, she writes that it's time for that action. That was the clip. That was the only clip, right? Are we done with the clips? Okay. Yeah. I can't hear you, Todd.
He's listening to Kenny G. He's got his AirPods.
He is.
We are done with the clips. That was all
okay.
7 of
I
them.
get my prompter. I guess it was my fault over here. I had another one listed, but it was the same one. That's I'm like, I think we already had that one. Yeah. So there you go. That's some more of the evidence against Donna Adelson today. Overall, now we're getting close to the end of the first full week, right? I mean, last week was a partial week, I think, and
when did they? I don't remember when we started. I thought it was this week.
I thought it was this week.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's been a
full week.
A long full week of it. Yeah. It almost feels like it's been going on longer. So almost a full week in here. Who's been the most powerful witness so far, you think?
I want to say Wendy.
Yeah.
I've got my votes on Wendy.
Why?
Why do you say that?
Because I think she was showing how much mom is in control of everybody. And even though she implicates herself a bit, I feel like you could feel just this cloud over her. And it was mom. I felt it.
That she was still demonstrating that she was being controlled by her.
Yes. And I think the dynamic when Wendy walked into the courtroom and you could see the look on Donna's face, it was just like you could feel the puppeteer pulling on the strings a little bit, making that eye contact. So to me, that was where the big tension was.
That's interesting. I see what you mean, because the other one, the brother, Robert, I believe, there was no cloud there. It was a sunny day. Wendy is partly cloudy, where there's some sunshine coming through. I think earlier it was fully cloud, and now it's starting to lift a little bit. There might be some sunshine and, some nice temps this afternoon, overnight lows in the 40s.
Right. But
Tomorrow?
I think Wendy is definitely under her spell a little bit, even though she claims she cut ties with her. There's still something tugging at her a little bit.
She
hasn't gotten through the therapy yet.
I see fear in that whole thing.
Yeah,
I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's how Donna led. That's how it was fear. I mean, it fear under the mask of, look how wonderful, supportive of a mom I am. These kids they couldn't be themselves. They had to do what mom's bidding was. And they did until it led to her husband being murdered by mom, allegedly, and roping Charlie into it, and all these other people, all for Donna.
Yeah.
I mean, this woman does not have any sense of empathy or care for another human being in this world. It is about her. Mm-hmm. And it's about how other people make her feel. So she cares of these people and these children as in her own toys. She cares about that. But we all know toys don't have feelings. They're toys. And I think that's how she views the people around her.
It's almost as though she's a cat and everybody is just a little toy that she can just kind of play with her paw, maybe put a claw in once in a while, bat it up in the air.
Yeah. They don't have feelings. It's for your own enjoyment. It's and that's all. And there's no consideration. You play with your toys or something. You throw one down on the ground. You're going to likely break your toy at some point if you handle it that rough, but it's a toy. It doesn't have feelings. It's not sitting there going, oh my God, ow, that hurts. And it having a visceral human or a living reaction. And that's how they view people. I care about you because you're part of my pawns, and I need you to make me feel good about myself. But I have zero thought of how any of my actions affect you as long as you're good with me. Mm-hmm. That's why you can never get anywhere with folks like that to discuss or introspectively look at anything, because there is none.
I'm starting to see faces coming up in front of me of people that fit that description. You kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a little scary, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm Dr. Fraser Crane, AAPL 780. Roz, who's next?
Hey, remember, we talked about this.
All right. That's the latest. And Donna, what is your thoughts? Let us know in the comment section on YouTube. You just got to search Hidden Killers with Tony Bruschi to find us there. Also, wherever you're listening, whatever podcast platform it's on, it's Apple Podcasts, iHeart, whatever it may be. Press subscribe there as well, so you don't miss any of the stories we bring to you every single day. For Todd and Stacy, I'm Tony Bruschi. We will talk again real soon.
Want more on this case and others? Then press subscribe now and don't miss a moment of true crime coverage from Tony Bruschi and the Hidden Killers podcast.